Yes. And then how long ago did you come up with the formula?
The first formula of StemRegen I developed in 2016, and the main reason is that, so the first product, which was the AFA extract, we marketed in 2005. So we got really good results, good penetration in the market, but as a simple dietary supplement, it was never seen for what I thought it could be really be or seen, which is a genuine stem cell type treatment. Like it's a stem cell technology, but as a dietary supplement, it's really seen as a second class, as a sort of a not really a stem cell technology. So for me, I needed to make a really strong formulation that I can market and provide to the medical professionals. And that's how it was developed in 2016. So I worked for about 2, 3 years through a few doctors' friend to use it with their patients, and then we refined the formula. And the formula that we have today was pretty much completed early 2019. And then we've had this product as it is right now for a few years. So we officially launched here in the US in 2021.
Okay. I know you work with a lot of healthcare providers, and so you've probably have collected a lot of cases, and maybe you can share some of the results that you've seen. Just what did people notice after taking these 5 incredible herbs that you've discovered?
So if you let me answer it in two different ways. If you just look at the mechanism of action, we just put more stem cells in circulation. Now, if you dig in the scientific literature, that's essentially the whole topic of my book, Cracking the Stem Cell Code, is what is the link between how many stem cells in circulation and the body's ability to repair? And the relationship is direct. More stem cells in circulation means more stem cells are available to participate to the process of tissue repair. So that means the repair of any tissue, because every tissue is constantly going through a process of turnover. So as you lose cells, stem cells are what will replace the cells that are being lost. So since the day we're born, stem cells is what has repaired us. All the injuries that you've had when you were 5, 10, 12 years old, you don't remember them. They're repaired completely. But past a certain age, this number of stem cells decline and we don't repair as well. So you put more stem cells in circulation, everything can repair. So if I'm looking at specific example, working with the various clinicians that we've worked with, there is a little bit of a disappointment in the sense that we get great stories, but most clinicians, and I don't fault them for that, most clinicians do not document their patient in a way that can go through to double-blind, placebo-controlled, not double-blind, but peer review process. It's not made for peer review. It's made to improve my patient. So if I give him this and this and that, and I do something else to boost the 3, well, then how can I say what did what? So in terms of publication, most of these cases are clear, but they cannot go through peer review process. So we're now working with a number of clinicians to try to narrow the actual way in which patients are treated so that we can start to publish that kind of data. So if I address those, we have one study right now that is ongoing, but we've got 2 rounds of data, and it's enough right now that I'm starting to work on a short publication on it and short communication. But basically, it's tapping into congestive heart failure. So we're tapping into types of health conditions or systems in the body for which we know that putting more stem cells in circulation can really bring significant benefits. And we know this through the scientific literature and everything that has been published so far and the past history of using herbal stem cell mobilizers. So on congestive heart failure, this is done with Dr. Garber. So he's working in clinics in both Madrid and in Florida. And we're using people with stable chronic congestive heart failure. So ejection fraction that is less than, I believe, 43% with more than 2 years of having that condition. They're given everything that medicine can do to support them. And we put them into 3 groups. One group is StemRegen. One group is stem cell injection, adipose stem cell injection, and the other group is adipose stem cell injection and StemRegen. And the reason is that the empirical reports from doctors doing stem cell injection is that when they add StemRegen, they tend to, but it's empirical, they tend to report better results. So we wanted to document that. And we wanted to also to compare StemRegen with injection of stem cells to get a sense of what is the magnitude of the benefits that we're really getting. And right now, these first rounds of patients, so that short communication, it's ongoing. So we will be able to report everything once the study is done. But right so far, what we see is about a 20% improvement in ejection fraction just with StemRegen, which is more or less meaning that people who start with stable chronic congestive heart failure end up 6 months later with being considered like a normal, let's say 70 years old, because the patients are all between 65 so far, 65 and let's say 75. When we compare with adipose stem cell injection, they get about a 30% improvement. So far in the study, that group randomly has started with a lesser ejection fraction. So things can change statistically as we move forward, but 30% improvement and 40% improvement when we use both together. So that
Wow.
study is kind of really revealing pretty much what we knew ahead of time through
Mm.
just observation, meaning StemRegen is really good to put more stem cells in circulation. The punch is not as strong as a stem cell injection, but for somebody who cannot afford it, it's actually pretty good. But if you combine both, this is really where you get the most out of it.